What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Meeting Modders. We haven't done this in a while. Today, we are with TheAlienPaul from the Farming Agency, one of the modders responsible for the Maize Plus mod that we have here on Farming Simulator 19. Paul, what's going on, man?
Hey, how are you doing?
Everything.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. Thank you for joining us. And just to start off, if you guys don't know, so the TheAlienPaul and the Maize Plus stuff that's going on right now has blown up in the past 2 weeks, gone from 0 to 100 real quick. And so today we're going to try and catch up to everything and let you guys know who the TheAlienPaul is. We're also going to let you know what the Maize Plus extension is and how the new forage extension could work. So, Paul, give us just a basic overview of who are you? How'd you come across the Maize Plus DLC? And just maybe a quick overview of the new forage extension.
Okay, yeah, I'm a 48-year-old guy, farmer actually from Germany. I started off in the FS back in the day when it was Farming Simulator 9 or something like that, but it was pretty much for my own. And had a break for a couple of years, and then I started playing in the Farming Simulator League. Started to get to know a lot of people there from giants and modders, and I set up my own map with a lot of stuff like baling maize, corn, silage in round bales, because I didn't like the big stuff in single player. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was technically a local mod on my own, and we had to get it to be a global mod so that everybody could use it. And this is when I teamed up with Bale. He's a well-known modder in the European community, and yeah, started with this mod Maize Plus.
That is quite interesting. So you are very well connected in the farming simulator community. You've been around just as a modder. Nobody's really known about you since about January. Is that about correct?
Yeah, this is pretty much this is pretty much it, because I didn't think about releasing mods much. There are so many good guys out there that are really cracking it. They are really doing good stuff, but they didn't do that what I wanted. Me, as a long-time farmer, you get your own way to do things, and you want to have it in the Farming Simulator too. So I'm more the betting type of guy, and with the FSL, practically, you know the mod teams in person, and you can talk to them, and you hear what is possible, what is not possible, what they are planning. You have to do something because it's so exciting. It's so exciting. I mean, with giants doing the FSL and doing the farming simulator, you get such a big platform to do your own stuff. And with knowing these guys, I got my own platform to start what I wanted to do.
That's insane. So you basically went from, and a lot of guys do this too. It's not just you. I mean, there's hundreds of guys in the world that make their own mods and play Farming Simulator the way that they want to, and they don't share anything with anybody or anything like that. And you took it from having your own modded way of doing things in Farming Simulator to now you have 2 mods that have been released with a new extension coming out, and you have maps that are certified to work specifically with these mods. You have mods like Ellerbach and mods like Geiselsberg, and mods coming out soon like the update for Sandy Bay and Stone Valley. So now you're working with these huge, I consider them huge modders in just a very, very short amount of time. What is that like?
It's awesome. It's really awesome, because when we started out with the Maize Plus, we had to lift up the high types, or the possible heaps inside of the farming simulator. Giants provides vanilla maps with 31, and they use already 23. If you got seasons in, you got 27 already used, so only 4 more possible. And the basic Maize Plus brings already 4. So that's it. You have to increase the density high types. And this is what I did before we released our mod. And I did it with 40, 50 maps and sent all the stuff to the modders because I didn't want to take credit for it. I just wanted them to release it so that our mod would run on the maps. And yeah, pretty much no one answered except for Eifel Agrartechnik, Moos Agrar, and Chris de Boer. They said, okay, we like what you do. Take our map. We'll credit you for doing the update. And it pretty much became a German type of mod because one of the modders from the English-speaking community answered. And if I provided them their own maps without doing anything for it, they just had to release it, but they didn't do it. So yeah, that was not nice. No.
But now, if you can say, I don't know if you can. As we were talking before, we've both been in positions where we know things and we just have to keep our mouths shut. And until the fun stuff happens, anyway, we can share everything. But can you say right now how many maps you've worked on to today on Farming Simulator now?
Pretty much the 50 plus maps for Maize Plus. Plus now, in the next 2 weeks, there will be about 20 or 30 for the forage extension. And there are still 20 or 30 to come. So at least 60 maps for forage extension, but they also include the 50 I did for the Maize Plus. But as far as I know, pretty much everybody who's in the farming agency partnership will release their new maps, all with the big package and the big badge on it.
That's dude. I got a big old smile on my face. Right? That's insane. It literally went from as we would say, nothing to something. You went. It's literally went from none of the maps to, dare I say, all of the maps. Every map in Farming Simulator, hopefully, will be equipped Maize Plus ready, CCM and Forage extension both. For just a quick overview for those of you that don't know what the Maize Plus mod is, and this, I assume this is your wording. Maize Plus, a global extension that implements maize silage, a grass silage, and round bales, and also the bunker silos you could sell and feed the different types of silage as well. Which, and then you have your CCM extension, which basically adds the ability to make CCM silage, and you have to activate this mod in the save game. What does the forage extension bring, and what does that add to the Maize Plus and the Maize Plus CCM extension already in game?
First, you started to know me as a straight guy, so I will have to wrap something up. This CCM originally comes from a mod called More Bunker Silo.
Yep.
What is done from Elke.
Yep.
He's in our team now, and he stops More Bunker Silo. Brings out an update for working at Straw Harvest. But when we started with grass and maize silage, we had to make this bunker silo switcher, and we didn't want to leave anybody out because there were so many mods, objects and placeables with a CCM already.
Yep.
We said, okay, we put it in, put Elke with credits in, asked for permission, of course. So it was not our idea to make this CCM. This just to get it off.
Gotcha.
that people know that.
Go ahead. I apologize.
No problem.
I was just gonna say I remember that coming out, and I'm like, wait a minute, don't we already have a CCM mod? And
yeah.
And later understand, like, oh, they can do together. That's cool.
The problem in the FS is that you pretty much have not really CCM.
Mm-hmm.
Or CCM would be whole. What is it called?
Whole crop
German.
salads.
It's Maiskolben. It would be
corn salads. Yeah.
Corn cob silage. It would be the right definition for it.
Gotcha.
CCM is with more leaves in it.
Ah, okay.
But you harvest the corn without leaves, so it should have been corn cob silage. We thought about making this, but all the fill types already out there were CCM, so we practically used this as to not that much of confusion out there.
Gotcha. I understand.
And then when we did this mod, this Maize Plus with the CCM extension, we got pretty much stuck because our first intention was and had to be maps out there who provide 36 high types run with plus CCM extension. We already knew about the upcoming straw harvest because we are in the testing team, so we couldn't talk about it, but we could modify our mod so that both would work together.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew there will be very fast the limit reached of these 31. And the other thing was the feeding inside of the farming simulator is not the best way to fit for all.
Understandable.
It's more an arcade type of feeding because science has to take these steps between being for the youngest child and the oldest man, for the arcade player, for the fun player, and for the realism player, where all the modders come into these niches. But we were pretty much stuck with the feeding and were not very happy with it. So we said, okay, we thought we were done, but now we do complete overdo over the feeding.
And this is where the new forage extension comes into play. Is that correct?
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was also a pretty fun decision. Because, I'm more of the. I was for the last 20 years. For the last 30 years. I was in practically farmer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real life farmer. The last 20 years, I did forage sales. So I sold hay, silage to horse stables and stuff. So this is my kind of.
Let's say just from the description of the forage extension that you have on your Facebook page, which is linked below, by the way. Yeah, that comes out definitely. You've got different cows are completely redone with the option to customize it yourself, if I've read it correctly. Sheep as well, chicken and pigs. Things are completely different than in game. Or you can customize it to do it the way you want to, the way they want to do it. And you being someone who plays Farming Simulator and wants to do it your way, that comes out too, because it sounds like you're giving people the way to do it that they want to do it if they don't want to do it. And they can have this mod as well.
Right. That was the main reason for making it such a long time now. We planned to do the update much earlier. But
Gotcha.
while you're doing it, you always have to watch out for what style, what maps are out there. And a big shout out to Oxygen David, because he opened up for me or for us a complete English-speaking community. Because he took the step with Sandy Bay to get it in. Suddenly the interest was there. And I knew from a lot of Irish and farmers from Great Britain that they really love to have sheep embedded and manured out. So I had to think about that too. And
Yeah.
But I can't tell the people how to play the game. This is on me. I just can show them options. So
Yep.
we use practically a sample feeding system and some sample fruits that we put in.
Hmm.
Have in mind that most people like to play with clover and alfalfa. The onions went indoors. We teamed up with the Dutch modding team who will do a lot with these onions. I can promise you that.
Yeah, Dutch modding is very, very integrated into Farming Simulator. There's a chance that you're using Dutch modding stuff and don't even realize it.
And yeah, the carrots, of course, because it's really nice to have them in the feeding, and because the harvesters pretty much connect well together from potatoes, carrots, and onions.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't want to tell people how to do it. I just want to show them how they could do it. So we completely open up the feeding system. It means our sample issue that we put in is completely changeable for everybody. It means when you're on a map that has 63 fruit types and you want to, for example, feed your cows cotton, if it makes sense or not, but you can.
Yep.
First, we got the XML in the map, You can change all you want, what was not possible with the vanilla feeding system.
Yeah. And just to go over those in case you guys are curious, what you have put out here, at least I've got information for cows and sheep. You may be able to explain chickens, pigs, and horses as well. But for cows, we've got the 4 food groups, maize silage and whole crop silage, or as we've been used to, just silage. But you've got 2 different kinds of silage now. Plus, the second option is grass silage, clover silage, or alfalfa silage. Your third grouping would be hay, alfalfa hay, clover hay, and hay pellets, which again, all kind of work in game already, but you're actually spreading those out and saying like, hey, these are different things. Let people doing it the way they want to. And then, of course, your fourth food group for cows, grass, fresh clovers, and fresh maize or fresh corn. And then for sheep, grass silage, clover silage. Second group, hay, alfalfa hay, clover hay, and hay pellets. Third food group, grass and clover. And fourth food group, beets and carrots. And you mentioned they will produce manure, and you will have to use straw with your sheep now with this installed. Is that all correct?
It is. But the straw and the manure is the decision of the map maker because
they'll have to put those triggers in. Yep.
Yeah, this comes not with the forage extension, but I put in into the maps the whole package, and I leave it to them if they want it or not. It's nothing that I came up with. It's just I show them how to do it or do it. Gotcha. Some of them already know, so I don't have to do it. But
it's there.
Yeah, it's there, and the main reason is the main player base we focused on with this extension is all of them. So we got all laid out the way that people can change even back to vanilla if they want to, but they can put up very, very, very high like the realism players who use seasons too.
Yeah,
it's all integrated in.
Hey, now wait a minute. Not all realistic players use seasons. I know one. And he's going to be using this mod too. Don't you worry about that.
No, but this is pretty much the way I wanted to say it because seasons from realism spring.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I get it from, and we work pretty close with Wobster and Rakin from Realism Modding.
Mm-hmm.
Get all the stuff done so that we can. We are the first who have it. We have all mod bales like clover and corn silage and all the stuff. We have it in season. Seasons fermenting slow like it does in season.
Yeah.
It was not there before. You had grass or the vanilla game silage that fermented slowly.
Yeah,
But in the vanilla game, you get it silage.
that is cool.
It is. It is, but so you can dial it down or you can dial it up as you wish.
Totally customizable.
Yeah, that
Or you
was
can
the
use it,
main.
or you can use it the way that you've put it out, which is probably the way I'll use it, to be honest with you. But
If
that is
you
cool.
use it on a map that has enough high types,
True.
like all the Maize Plus ready maps,
Yeah.
and you don't have the fruits on the map, you can buy all the food in the shop. This is why we called back our mod from testing, or after testing. It was ready to release, but we called it back because we had to put some in there to make sure of that the vanilla player, also the seasons player, is happy with the sample ratio we put in. You can buy now less silage in the shop, is silage in the shop, other silage, alfalfa silage, CM, carrots, potatoes. I guess it's pretty much. Yes, it's all. Of course, when you start a new game and you got animals, you have nothing to feed.
Yeah.
So there's most of the time it's the beginning of the year. There's no grass. So you have to fill up the grass folder too, and you can do this by using the mixer wagon. Because when you do a TMR, put in maize silage, grass silage, whole crop silage, or sugar beet or potatoes, rape, barley, soybean, and you get the full TMR. It fills up all sliders of the food table, so also the one with the fresh grass and fresh maize.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So
that you
that's good.
have. I'm sorry.
I was for guys like me who don't really do a whole lot of crazy stuff. What he's saying is, in Farming Simulator 17, and in order to get full working stuff on your pigs and your cows, you had to have everything all the way up. So you had to have your TMR, your power food, all the way up. You had to have your hay and or silage bar all the way up, and your grass bar all the way up. In base game 7 or 19, you only need to have the TMR, power food, all the way up, and then you're good. But what you're saying is this new forage mixing, which again, maize silage, grass silage, whole crop silage, straw, barley, canola or rape, CCM, sugar beet, potato, that will increase and make all of those sliders go all the way up.
Yes, except the hay slider.
Gotcha. Understand.
Because hay was pretty much useless in the farming simulator.
Hay's always useless. Don't do hay.
But this changes now because you can't put it in the mixed wagon anymore.
Which may help some people. Me.
And the TMR does not fill up this slider.
Gotcha.
So you have to have hay, have to put hay separately on the food table to get 100%. And the TMR fills up all the other sliders, not hay. So,
okay. So you'll have to fill that up yourself, but can be filled up. Just like normal or normalish.
yeah, you can fill it up with the hay, of course. The same as you can also get 100% when you put in maize silage, cover silage, hay, and fresh grass or fresh maize.
Okay.
But and only feed some stuff over the TMR, the mixing wagon, because all the grain, like soybean, barley, even CCM, only works inside of the mixer wagon. Also the moisture food like sugar beet or potatoes, you can only feed it over the TMR to make this worth. You see, it's a combination from all, so that you don't have to do it the simple way like you had it when we
Gotcha.
started with FS19.
I like that's so cool. Oh man, it's I actually I get a little bit overly excited about this because I have been, and I don't know if you've seen anything, but I've been getting a little bit bored of Farming Simulator lately.
I
Not
heard it.
not bored playing the game, but I'm bored because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. I've found what works the best for my gameplay style, and I'm not branching out any. So I've started to install mods, like downloaded the added realism for vehicles mod, the vehicle extension mod, stuff like that, that just make the game just a little bit more difficult, add something just a little bit different, but I can still fly a big butt at 500 miles an hour through the air. But this, I wish that wasn't true. It's totally true. I did it yesterday.
No, I saw it. I saw it. Oh boy.
But this allows you to completely change up your food system, not just your Maize Plus, not just your CCM, but this allows you to take everything from both those other mods plus tons of other stuff, while adding more crops to your map, if I'm correct, and go from there. Now, speaking of the other crops, in the Maize Plus Forge extension, I guess the picture that you either sent out or modders were posting on their Facebook pages and Instagram pages and all that good stuff, saying like, "Hey, our maps are going to be Forge ready. Check this out." And basically says in the next few days, this was posted like 2 weeks ago, but we already know everything now. But it says in the next few days and weeks, will be a lot of maps releasing with certification on ModHub, Maize Plus Forage ready. And you're going to be seeing that. We've already talked about a few today. But it says we've got 5 new fruits: alfalfa, clover, onion, carrots, and field grass. Will those just be crops that are added to the map? Let's say, for example, you're playing on Ravenport, base game map, or Felsbrunn. If I have the Maize Plus Forge extension mod and all the Maize Plus mods installed, will it add those 5 crops to that map and be able to use them with base game equipment?
Because the badges and the certificates only become really available for those.
So
the map's updated.
The map will have to be Maize Plus ready. You said that in there. I don't know why I asked the question. All right.
Doesn't matter. That's why I'm here.
If you guys are in the future, go back 3 minutes and then fast forward 3.5 minutes. You'll be good to go. So that's great. You also say that when these maps are certified, when they're updated, they're going to support 100% support the Krone Big Baler for baling alfalfa and clover, plus the wrapper. They will be able to use from the Krone bales too. And the maps will have those within the shop, the baler, wrapper, and harvester for additional fruits. When you say baler, harvester, and wrapper, is this going to be extra machinery that is ready, or is it base game machinery that will be, I guess, script modified in a way to accept those things?
It's pretty much that. Edited the XML files.
Gotcha.
Make base game mods work that way. They are extra inside of the map, but you don't have to download them separately or so.
Cool.
When you got a map that is Forage extension ready, just put the scripts in the mods folder and you can play this map. You got
you made
made
it too easy.
Oh no. We just want to guarantee that the normal player just knows, okay, this map has the badge. No, I can use the 3 mods from Maize Plus, put it in and play and have fun.
Nice.
There will be a lot of modifications out there soon or later. It will do special machinery for the special crops. But this is out of our reach.
Kind of whatever modders want to do.
Yeah, because you really saw what happened when Straw Harvest came out. There was so much confusion out there because there is so much people don't know, and the people that don't know are the ones talking the loudest.
Yeah, at the by the way, words creative mesh. Sorry, I know they're watching. Sorry, guys, love you. Shout out to Jacko. Those guys did such a great job and such a phenomenal job working with other modders, working with YouTubers, working with social media influencers like myself to get all this information out early. And people still, I'm looking, I'm like, I told you everything you need to know. But we're talking what? Way less than half of the population that plays Farming Simulator, maybe even close to 30, 20, maybe 10%, are the people actually out there watching these videos and looking at social media. The rest of them are just people downloading and saying, what is this? 'Cause I used to be one of those guys way back when. Yeah, that's tough.
It's really tough because I got these conversations now since the original Maize Plus came out. Because there we had to deal with the high types. There we had to deal with the new save games because of the mess up.
Yeah,
It's in the farming.
You address that in the. By the way, if you guys are downloading mods and you're not reading the mod description, stop. Read them. I wrote a few of them. Read them.
Sam pretty much wrote a book into the description.
Yeah, the Maize Plus mod is like 2 pages at least. It's multiple. We're talking like 6-7 paragraphs here. The Maize Plus CCM extension. It's a good 2.5 paragraphs long. Read these. You're able to read them on your consoles. You're able to read them on PCs, on your phones. Everybody's got a phone or some social media device that you can look at stuff at. Go online, read these stuff because they don't just write them to just yap and blah 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 blah. Same reason that I said we were going to do 2 to 5 minute clips, and we're 32 minutes into the first clip. But yeah, read these. The modders, they tell you everything that you need to know. They've told you already.
I want to do a shout out. It's a short clip now also because I have to do a really big shout out to a guy called Eric. He's the owner of the mod page Yes Mods.
Hey.
I wish you would put a link in the description too, please, because I told him our idea, what we are planning to release. He was in the hospital. He was close to getting operation. I don't know really what it was, but he was really sick. And he did completely review of this mod from his laptop, from the hospital, and with pictures, with all. You it there for the Maize Plus, and I guess he will do it also for the forage extension. He's a really great guy, and he's one of the mod pages where you don't have to worry about that anyone is stealing because he always uses the original links. The link from his page will go straight to the Giants mod hub. Nothing shady there, and he really did a really great job explaining.
I'm adding that to the description of my videos right now. So check the description; it'll be in there.
And I got on the other monitor. I got your YouTube page where GoHam. You didn't talk about the pics because
I have bad thumbnails. I'm sorry, or not thumbnails. Icons. I'm sorry.
we have to mention them because we changed them up too. Put in the folder for fresh grass and clover too.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you start with seasons, no grass, no clover, and you can buy the pig food, and the pig food will fill up this will too.
Nice. So all the stuff that's in game already, TMR, pig food, that stuff will still work with this.
Yeah.
Too easy, man. It's too easy. Give me another one. Throw me another one. I'm gonna send my XML file over to you and have you edit it and send it back to me and be like, all right, try this. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay. I can tell you this. I'm not sure how it is in the States, but I guess they pretty much feed a lot of alfalfa hay to the horses.
Yep.
Um, do it here too, but mostly for breeding horses or race horses. But you can feed it now too, the horses, of course. The other thing is the grass silage. I mean, we had our own horse farm for 15, 20 years, and we did all the recovery horses. And so all the horses that are really needy in good food and stuff. And we also fed them grass silage, but it had to be a special one.
Yeah.
It had to be late harvested, high, too much protein, not too much energy in it. And this is pretty much the reason why I put this field grass into. Because the field grass you can harvest like barley or wheat, sell the semen to the selling stations, and just from the imagination, because in FS you have no really moisture testing or something like that. When you do it in the vanilla game, grass becomes silage. You use Maize Plus, grass becomes grass silage. It matter if you mow it early or late. So you can a little bit realism that you take this grass, you have harvested it with the combine, you take the outcome and make horse silage out of it.
Nice. That is pretty cool. Yeah, you've added there's 5, is that correct? 5 different types of silage with once this is completed. You have maize silage, whole crop silage, grass silage, clover silage, and alfalfa silage. Are you hiding any more silages from us?
No, not really, because wait, grass, maize, crop, CM, over 6.
6. Oh, CCM, of course.
And
totally forgot. There's a whole extension from that.
At the moment, we are pretty much running against another boundary in the FS. We didn't think about it, but it's also this magic number 63, 64. What we had with the high types is now the Bale type limit.
Okay.
We get 64 bales as max in the FS.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say, but we hit already 6.
Oopsie.
Oopsie, yeah. So we have to find to increase it too, because when the balers that you also showed in your videos will come out from several. I think one is from 4D modding, and the other one, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we got a new baler from 4D modding coming out soon, hopefully.
If they use their own types,
it's gonna add to it.
We start all over again. We had with the straw harvest, so we have to find a way to increase it. Because the small baler that is in Mod Hub,
they're different. They're different bales. The 2 small balers, they're 2 different kinds of bales.
Yeah, it works with hay and straw. But what if you put alfalfa and clover hay in it too?
Then more bale types.
Boom. It doesn't work. And that's the way I found out, because we tested, of course, with all the mods, or with all the mods from the modding team we are partnered up with. And yeah, last but not least, I thought about, okay, let's small bales, and boom.
Yep.
So we have to increase this.
It already doubles everything that you've got from normal size bales and from the Heston bales. Oh, great. Now we have baby bales. Oh, this baby bale uses different baby bales. Sweet.
Yeah. And what about using 2 different small balers? They got different bales, so you have to do something about it. But what you said earlier with the XML, you would give it to me and I could change it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we are planning on releasing some sample XML files, because there's so much possibilities. There are so many possibilities. The clover and alfalfa can be used as main crop, It can be used as a green cover, so you would sow it after barley or wheat
Okay.
and plow it in winter, or you can use it as a crop that runs through the winter and regrows spring. You can do some special things to the or what it is called. Damn it, was not the bad word.
It's all right. It'll be fine.
Yielding
Yeah, yeah. The yield.
to get from an acre. So you can do there some variation. There's so much possible, but we had to pick one.
And that's what you've come up with. Well, I like it.
So we want to offer all the guys that are able to modify by themselves, but are able to unzip a file and zip it again to do these XML files. And the other thing is, maps that got the batch got also another folder inside, like season as in the maps. They put the crops in. By the way, all the crops are in seasons in the crops folder, so they are completely integrated into seasons.
Nice.
Put a folder in that is called Maize Plus. Inside is our animal food XML. Is silent as long as there is nothing in that you change. Like, for example, Sandy Bay, calves on it. They got milk for the feeding.
Yep.
And our script pretty much puts all the husbandry food definitions that are in the map to 0. It uses its own. But it will look into this folder, and if you have there the calves in with milk, it will see, okay, there's something different, puts it into feeding.
Okay. So you've allotted for that instead of letting it come out being like, oh crap.
So when I mean, there are maps out there that use ducks or goose or whatever.
Yeah.
As long as you put but this is mainly for the mapper, but when someone hits it to his map in private, he can also put it in there and will completely work with the forage extension.
Perfect. I love it.
Hope
yeah.
Hope so.
No, that's yeah, hope so. It sounds like it'll work. You've said that a couple of times. This is great. Now, there's one thing that we haven't addressed, and I've not seen this on any site talking about it, and I think it's because it's understood. But if you want to elaborate any, feel free. Console compatibility. I could say there's 0. It's not going to be coming to console. You can't change things. You can't edit things. There's things that have to go through. The only reason that the Straw Harvest DLC was able to come through was because it was sent to Giant and I said, okay, we're going to update the game. It was a DLC. It was a free DLC, but there was a DLC. It was downloadable content that changed the game. The game files had to be altered for it to even work on consoles. Otherwise, it just wouldn't have even worked. Basically, same reason here for this mod. But if you want to elaborate any more on that, feel free.
Of course, we would love to have it on console too, because I mean, with my person, or also with my co-founder of the farming agency with Bull24, we are. I mean, I came from console back in the days. I mean, I'm old. I'm 48, so it really back in the days. But it was with. I guess I stopped playing console with BF3, so not that much back in past.
So you've been playing through FS15 at least.
Yeah, and Bull. I mean, Robert is an active competitive player on console, so we have no hate for consoles. All this stuff going on, we don't like it. We don't support it. We think that we are all the same guys with the same hobby, just using different tools.
Yep.
So we want to provide everything possible on console, but there are limits to it, and they are most of the times because of Sony or Microsoft.
Yep, has nothing
and
to do.
really a little from giants, but understandable from giants, because every script they let through, they have to provide or make sure it will do no harm to the coding of the console, so that you not jailbreak it.
And from there has to go through complete testing with Sony and Microsoft so that it does what you say it does, and then you get a nice, wonderful 274 megabyte upload or download to update the game. And
this is really. I mean, we get our hopes high with the upcoming console generation, because they are pretty much 99% more powerful than the most of the pieces out there at the moment.
Yeah, the new stuff. I was watching, was it Austin Evans, a YouTuber that does stuff, and he built 2 or 3 days ago. He had built a new computer, and he wanted to make it as good as a Xbox One or Xbox Series X that's be coming out at the end of this year. And it was funny because he spent like $1,400, and he was like, "Yeah, this unfortunately isn't still as good as an Xbox Series X, but we're gonna try it anyway." And these new consoles are going to be absolutely phenomenal, but I'm interested to see how things will work with it. Farming simulators, and I apologize, I feel like I keep cutting you off.
No, you don't.
Farming Simulator is unlike any other game that you could play. It, maybe with the exception of the upcoming SnowRunner deals or mods and community stuff, where Farming Simulator allows the community to come up with different ideas, like you with the Maize Plus and the extensions, and guys like A-Dub Modding, who's doing some crazy stuff with wheels right now and made like a lowrider telehandler, doing anything, guys making maps, and allow that to come to the game and to be able to play that in the game without the game needing an update. And there's zero other things like that, especially for console players. Don't even get me started with that. You'll never find anything like this, and it's so accessible. And we get so many things, so many new things every day. And Giants, you could talk to the community manager today from Giants, where if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, good luck getting through. You're not even going to get to their support team, who's supposed to deal with you. And so people can get. It's very easy to say, oh, well, why doesn't this happen? Because there's just so much other stuff that is so special about Farming Simulator. And at the end of the day, there's some things that just can't happen. And it hurts 10 times more with Farming Simulator than it would with any other game, I think. And I think that's why people are running off with some things with the console thing, and PC guys getting all ticky, and other social media influencers. And ELE, baby, everybody love everybody. All right. That was my little rant. I'm done.
But as far as we're doing a little real talk here, there's a lot of misunderstandings and, of course, a lot of hatred, but it's really necessary, because when we look back where the FS started, it was PC only. It was really hard to modify. There were small groups of modding teams. We had to work our stuff by our own. And when the consoles launched, most of the people got annoyed, because there are games out there like, I would say Battlefield is the best example, because I'm warning about this for 14 years, and it happened all, like I said, because of the consoles. Consoles are the platform where you do deals. Giants is a company, they have to earn money. They have to earn money to make the game better, because when you earn money, you can invest money. And
they've done a whole lot of that since I've started playing in 2018.
Battlefield or EA made the mistake. They made the game too much arcade for the main player base. And most of the PC players on Farming Simulator worried and thought, maybe this will happen with Farming Simulator 2. What actually happened was you got a much better performance in the game because of the consoles, because you couldn't run anything now what would run on a PC. Had to be slim, and it had to work out. The possibilities are still there for the PC community to blow it up because we can mod the stuff. With the console players and the much bigger popularity on a wider platform, more money came in, so Giants could invest much more. So the game started to get better and better and better. The thing Giants has to figure out is to make it right for all, what you never will. But most of the people have to get in mind, we are all in this together. There is no modification on consoles, not in this
There's no modifications on consoles in any game.
No, I mean in this yeah, how is it called?
Generate current gen.
Not that much. Mods will be on console without PC.
Yeah.
Because there are some smaller mod teams or Giants can do it by themselves.
Yeah.
So the consoles also need to play.
Yep.
Or the modder base from the PC, and we, the consoles, to bring the money to Giants. So with FS19, we got a complete new texture and lighting system, and it is awesome. The game is looking really, really good, and you can get so much out of it. And with the office that they open up in Chicago, the American player base gets much more credit. And,
they've been really phenomenal. Did the Q&A with them, and like half of the questions were American stuff based. They're so not curious but interested. They know most of the answers already. They're not stupid, but they're curious on what the community's curious about. And they care about the consoles. They care about the American community. The two things that I think people are most concerned that they don't. They do. Trust me. They love everybody.
They have to figure out how to serve both parts of the world, because American is more the wide open, and other vehicles, because we got in Europe, we got other stuff than you got. It's completely okay for me that they did a cotton DLC and something more European. I mean, the class DLC was as much European as it could be. Then the big one was again American. And if they really are able to handle it the way it is, one for Europe, one for America, one for Europe, one for America or Australia, I guess it will work out really fine. And we have to see this, because it's a small story. Forage extension will be on maps in Australia, will be on maps in America, like also Stone Valley from Lanky will get the completely badge. It's on maps on France, in Spain, in the Netherlands. I got Uruguay or Paraguay kind of modder calling me. Brazil. I really had one request from Africa.
Well, that's awesome.
So, yeah, it's really awesome. So we are all in this together, and as long as we try to be kind to each other and listen to each other, this is, we have to listen. What do the Americans want? What can I provide them? If I can, I will. Doesn't mean that I don't care for the European community or the other way around. It's just, if I can do something for the Americans, I will do. If they can do something for me, I know they will. Same with Australia, Netherlands, or whatever. And I mean, this is pretty much the reason why we play. We want to have fun. We want to have contacts and communicate. And this is pretty much it.
You got it.
This is what Lars is all about. Lars Zizatan. The community and now esports coordinator.
Yep. Liz is amazing. Chris is awesome. Chris, if I ever see him, I'm giving you a hug. I don't care if you like it or not.
I will, because he's pretty much the first guy from Giants who hugged me when we met last year in Erlangen when we had the boot camp for the FSL.
Yes.
I really love this guy. But what I have to say about Lars is so straight up. He's so straight up. He will tell you exactly what's going on as far as he can with the company policy, of course.
Yeah.
He will support you. I really do not remember at which time, but so many times it was way after 10 p.m. he answered questions.
Yeah.
And when I met him, I really was happy to talk to him, and he's really pretty much forward. And with him or without him, Farming Simulator would be different.
Yeah.
All the esports stuff that he does, he doesn't stop there. He doesn't stop caring for normal players. He listens to everybody. It's the communicator, still the communicator with Chris too, but he's the main communicator between community and giants. And he runs up to the bosses in the office and says, sorry, but the community said that and that and that. Can we fix it? And he's really into it. And pretty much the guy who gave me the push last year where I really was to stop Simulator.
This has been one heck of a 2-minute clip right here. Let me tell you what. 56 and a half minutes into this one.
Okay, next one.
Next, yeah, right. No, we've covered literally everything that I wanted to cover and more. And I think I've only asked you like 3 questions.
I know, I'm a talking guy.
You were not kidding. You told me, and you were very open to be like, yeah, 20-minute interview. Okay, sure it will be. It's like, it'd be short, it'd be good. You were right. You win.
Yeah, this is kind of what I do. I mean, brings something like this on a fly. This is what I told you. We don't have to script it because pretty much conversation is a conversation. If you like the other guy like I do, I like you. It's really easy ongoing. But of course we didn't cover one part. I still got it in my head.
Let's do it. What do we got? What did I forget?
It's pretty much something about the farming agency. Core guys, like I mentioned before, Bull24 and me, we are the founders of the farming agency. And it just started out by making contacts last year and partnering up with Wobster and Creative Mesh so we could do some testing for them and help them, and they helped us. And our core team are 5 or 6 guys. Our farming agency. But there is another farming agency. This team up we did now with all the mod teams and all the modders for the forage extension. I will take it much further. I want to give the people who team up with us and partner up with us like a safe space, like an umbrella where they can communicate with each other, help each other, speak about ideas without being afraid that they got stolen. So there's a guy with an idea, another guy with a solution from another modding team. They will work together as far as one guy gets his idea done and the other one helps. So the one with the idea credits the other one, but they stay unique. They don't have to say, oh, now I'm part of whatever. So they will all stay unique. They are team they are, just under caretaking of the farming agency. We can give this, I mean, the Discord, you're in it, can speak openly over different stories and things without getting the public involved.
Yep.
Early on.
Yep. And that has been good. That is cool. Yeah, you guys have been super open on social media and like you said, it's farming agency, but everybody's their own person. super safe space to be able to talk about stuff. And you actually did a huge thank you. The farming agency did, thanking everybody who's been helping, and whether it be media partners like myself, or whether it be mod partners like Oxygen David, people in behind the scenes, people in front of the scenes, you hit everybody. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
It's just the way I am. I'm an open guy. I'm an honest guy, and I don't want credit, or I don't want to take credit for anything that I have not done or accomplished. So it's fair enough to call all the different guys out and say what they did for us, made us pretty much the talk of the day at the moment. I don't want credit for stuff I didn't do. I want to be honest to the community, to say, here, look at it. We all, in some way or the other, accomplished something together. Our mod would have been not out there that much without the modding teams providing us the maps, or it works with the straw harvest add-on. I could put all the bales, the krona inside the map. I got permission from DjGoHam for it. It wouldn't have worked. It did. I was not honest.
Yeah.
And someone like Thunder, for example.
Yep.
He had sent in the script hub, and he had an idea, because the icons were not really good to read. And I stumbled about a script from him, and I asked him if he could modify it so that only the fill type names would appear on the screen, not the other stuff. I just needed a small script. And while we were talking, he wrote it, he changed it. He gave it to me, said, you got full permission, do whatever you want, implement it in your mod, all fine. This is why I had to mention him too, because he did something we couldn't do. He was part of it, so he gets the credit for it. It's just the way it is. I mean,
part of the crew.
Being honest is really important, I guess. Me, at least.
Yeah. Well, you guys heard it right there. That is TheAlienPaul. Is there anything else you want to say?
So this would be the time for the first cut, then, I guess.
Yeah. We'll take a 30-second Gatorade recess and move forward. No, no, seriously. Is there anything that you want to say? Any more shout-outs, thank yous that you want to say to anybody while people are here watching? If they're still watching 100 or an hour and 3 minutes in.
Yeah, they will. They will. Of course, I have to thank a lot of people, because warmth I got, I felt from the American people and from the American community, and from every foreign community. It was so I was so welcomed, and so many friendly comments under all the posts I made. They are so open up. They opened so much up to the mod, to the farming agency, and to me in person too. So much private messages. People ask, "Oh, I love what you do. Can I donate you something and do this or that?" I said, "No, it's from the community for the community. I like what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, and I hope it stays that way, because we are all in the same game." And yeah, love it. I hope we get much more out to the American guys too.
Well, we very appreciate it. Don't let the success and popularity go to your head too much. It's I think the entire world has learned who TheAlienPaul and Farming Agency is over the last about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. You just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I started seeing your stuff over on my feed on Facebook, on my personal feed. I was like, oh, okay, I'll check that out. And then I looked, I was like, holy crap, he shared one of my videos. What? I had to send you a message and say thank you last week, and then we set this up, and I was like, yes, super excited. You've been teasing me all week. Are you ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
It's I mean, the main reason for the spreading of the word is actually not really to make me or us popular in that basic way. It's just to provide the players the mod they would not even have heard of. I mean, I pretty much know now that it is kind of a big deal what we did. I didn't notice it that way because I had it for about a year on my map, and I was playing it and using it and was happy with it. So I didn't notice the explosion of it. Just when Oxygen David said, "Okay, it's pretty good. I want to try it," and suddenly all people recognized this mod.
Yep.
I sent back in the Maize Plus. I sent it to Lanky Boy. He didn't answer me. Now where David is the boat, Lanky and me. We are texting every day.
He's a good dude. Lancey Boy is he is a very genuine good man and a good friend of the channel as well.
Really like him too. I like honest people.
Yeah.
This is the main reason I really like what I'm doing, as long as the people are honest. It doesn't matter if it is something that you had to bleep out, you say to me, or if it is a really kind thing. If I like you, I like you. When you do a mistake, I will tell you straight away. I will tell you straight away the bleep word, what you are. You say the one I like. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Know exactly what you're talking about.
Not change liking people from on a daily basis. I just know what I did wrong or not, my opinion. And the same, I love when people do it to me. When they tell me you did this or that wrong, without getting angry. I won't get angry, but we get stuff done when we talk open and honest. A big deal for me.
There it is, right there. Well, if you don't feel like you know the DjGoHam by now, there's another easy way to get to know him. Go check him out on Facebook. We'll have all that link below, as well as the farming agency. Do you have a YouTube channel by chance? I know you popped in live stream yesterday. Or yesterday for me, 3 days ago from video releasing, but I can't click on channels and go look at them anymore. So
yeah, I got a YouTube channel, but I pretty much had to delete most of it because it was all Battlefield stuff, and I did explanation video for the Maize Plus stuff. This is pretty much the only video there at the moment. Will be a second one, of course, for the forage extension. We have Facebook, Twitch, YouTube for the farming agency too. But we are at the beginning. We appreciate every support that we can get. I mean, the more viewers or followers we get, we spread the word further. We will never be a channel like yours, entertaining channel.
I'm just a nut channel.
To be clear, it's just for information about stuff. So it doesn't have to be that big, but it is probably something you should follow to get some stuff that's not already shared here about the things we do.
And of course, all those are going to be linked below. Go check them out, definitely.
I appreciate it, really.
Anything else? Good? All's well?
Good. We're good.
All right, cool. Well, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. We have been... The video's barely over an hour, but we've been sitting here for twice that long, just chatting and talking, having a good time. We've spoke on the text message and Facebook throughout the past couple weeks, and I just want to say thank you for bringing me into your mind and into your world, and being so open and gracious and thoughtful to come over here and spread the word on what's going on and explain it, kind of what's going on, and getting the hype out. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Just thank you for being you.
Anytime. You're welcome. Anytime.
Cool. Well, guys, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video. Get subscribed to the channel if you're new. Get subscribed to all the fun stuff. AlienPaul Farming Agency, Bull24. Of course, everything linked below. I don't have to say that again, but go check it all out. Everything that you need is there. If you have any questions, drop those down in the comment section below. We'll make sure we get up to everybody, and we will be answering any questions that you have. And stay tuned for more meeting modders in the future. Hopefully the next one doesn't take 2.5 months to get to. See if we can get Lancy Boy. Also, thank you for saying Lanky Boy. I know that's how you pronounce it, but I've been dying every time you say it.
I got a new one for him.
Oh, what you got?
And Cyborg.
Oh, I love
Cyboy.
And then we had one for VF too, Virtual Farmer. I can't remember what I called him. I have to figure that out. Can anybody remind me in the comment section? We said it in the live stream the other day. I don't know, but
I just say bye. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being so open and so kind and so friendly. And to all the followers of yours, thank you. You're a great audience. Thank you.
There you go. Hope you guys have a great day. We will see you later. Do you want to say peace?
Peace.